Hello and welcome to Cities Skylines. Today I will be showing you everything you need to know before starting your city. The first thing we will talk about is the map. Before starting your world, you are given a set amount of maps to choose from. Each map has stats, such as the availability of oil, ore, farming, forestry, water, and outside connections. Outside connections indicate which roads and traveling options will you have once you are in the world. We have road connections that are mandatory, and then optional train, ship and plane connections. I would suggest against using any of the optional connections until you are familiar with the game. For simplicity purposes, we will enter the first, Green Plains world, that has everything we need. Once you're in the world, pause the game immediately. This will give you time to inspect the map and plan your building. There are a few things you have to understand before starting your city. You must have roads, electricity and water. Water can be obtained from the river, electricity from the coal plant, and roads, well, from roads. Since we are on a set budget of 70,000 cash money, we need to plan our city properly. Notice how I said you need roads, water and electricity for your city. Which one of those is not on the map? Electricity, yes, so therefore we must begin our city as close to the outgoing road and to the water as possible. Use the small two-way road to get close to the water and then extend an extra road along the coast. Remember, your city does not need to be pretty at start. Once you get going, you will have enough money to improve all areas and you will be able to move the important buildings to other locations. Create a simple grid of roads and make sure you don't go under 50,000 cash money. Now we need to make the water infrastructure. Go to the top left corner of the screen and click on the Info Views button. Click the water icon and observe the water flow. Now click on the water icon in the toolbar. First we need to put the water pumping station and the water drain pipe. If you remember, the water flow goes to the left, meaning we need to put the pumping station to the left of the water drain pipe. This is the case because the water drain pipe drains the shitty water, and if the water flow pushes that shitty water into your water station, you will begin pumping shitty water back to your citizens. That creates death and suffering and everything eventually goes to shit. We do not want that. Make sure to put both objects a bit apart because we don't want shitty water anywhere near the pumping station. Now use the water pipe to cover the immediate areas around the roads you just built, but don't go crazy with it, keep an eye at the money. Water coverage is good for now. Once you start expanding your roads and buildings, just add more water pipes as necessary. Next thing you need is electricity. At the beginning we have the power line, wind turbine and a coal power plant. You will want a coal power plant near your starting residential point, but not too close to the water due to the pollution. In case you aren't close enough to power the pumping station, add a power line or two to connect them together. Electricity automatically passes onto the nearby houses and buildings, so as long as you are not far away, you will not need extra power lines or plants until you have about 1,500 citizens. Then you can start adding new power plants at different locations to support your electrical needs. You are now ready to start adding houses to your city. You will have 3 zones available at start: small residential and commerce zones and the industrial zone. You can zone areas in 3 different ways: by filling, marqueing and brushing. I personally love brushing, it satisfies me beyond reason. This graph under your zoning icon shows you the demand of your city, so unpause your game and start creating residential areas. As your houses are getting built, the commerce graph will begin to grow. Make sure to add those zones near to your residential zones. Remember, commerce are shops and stores where your citizens can go work and spend their money. Once you add more residential areas, the industry graph will begin to grow. To use industry most effectively, make sure to build it close to the highway, away from the residential and commerce areas, because that zone will produce the most trucks and large cargo, which can fuck up your traffic if not built properly. Don't forget to check your water pipe grid and make sure to add more pipes as required. You may notice that we are still in the minus. To make sure that your resources aren't wasted, open the info view again and select the electricity button. See how it is very much in the green zone. This means you are spending a lot of money to maintain a lot of electricity that you do not yet need. So open the budget button in the toolbar and lower the electricity budget to 50%. Do the same to the water budget. You will notice that your production of electricity and water will go down. but it will still be within your city needs. Remember to increase the percentages as you add more buildings. After a few minutes you should be in the green. That concludes the first tutorial for Cities Skylines. I hope I helped you figure out how to start your city. In the next episode we will be covering further development, other buildings and maintaining the happiness and quality of your city. Thank you for watching and be sure to leave some ratings and comments to please your glorious Lord Petard. See you next time.